Yeah guys, today we'll be going over how to break through your plateau on the bench press, okay? So number one thing, a low-hanging fruit, how's your recovery, right? Like if you're not recovering in terms of, getting proper sleep, you're not focused on getting that 7 to 9 hour mark, or like you're not focused on your nutrition, you're not tracking it, you're not in that surplus or maintenance, you're not hitting your protein intake, you're not getting nutrients in your system, or like you're constantly stressed out, or you're going into workouts already sore from the previous workout, or like you're trying to max out every single time, please man, just recover session to session and slowly incrementally go up in weight. That's gonna be a really basic thing you can do right off the bat. And if you're not doing that, please go do that first before you watch the rest of the video. Just kidding, watch the rest of the video, okay? So, low-hanging fruit, recovery. Focus on that, please. That's how you'll get stronger over time. That's where adaptation happens. Second thing, form. If your technique isn't consistent, if your reps change as you go heavier and heavier, it's gonna be really hard for you to get stronger consistently, right? Because your reps keep changing, stimulus keeps changing, that means the movement pattern keeps changing. So the first thing is please learn the movement properly. Take 4, 8, 12 weeks to actually learn the movement. We have a bench press video we did a couple of weeks back with Coach Kags, how to go over the bench press. You can watch that. But I'll go over a quick little overview, how to set up your bench press, and just follow these little cues and practice it more, and then practice a little bit more. Then start to add some weight. So couple cues, couple tips for your bench press. Number one is gonna be your feet position, right? Once your feet are planted into the ground, your heels are below your knees, you wanna think about pushing into the ground and away as you're pressing up. The second thing is gonna be your upper back tightness, right? You wanna maintain, almost think about like an end of a rowing motion, and your upper back is squeezed into the bench, so you have a tight position, right? The third thing is gonna be how far your grip is on the bar, right? You don't want it too close, it's gonna be too tricep dominant. You don't want it too wide. You want it just outside shoulder width, and you wanna almost think about bending or breaking the bar, so you have a nice grip on it, right? Now the fourth thing is gonna be think about bringing your chest towards the bar as the bar's coming down. This is gonna make sure you maintain that upper back and full body tightness, and the whole body is tensed, so you can push more weight. Once you have those things set up, practice that. And you don't have to do crazy amount of reps. I would keep it like, 5 to 6 reps, lower rep range, so all the reps are good, right? So if you do too many reps, then later on, the reps are not gonna be as good. So lesser reps, 2 to 3 sets, maybe once or twice a week. Practice it for 4 to 8 weeks. Once you're good, now we jump into the third point. No structure. I've done this in the past too, I just go by feel. It's like, yo bro, I feel jacked today, I had mom's food last night, mad strong, so I go for my PR. Or you're with the boys, you just go for your max session every single time. And then sometimes you feel tired, so you're like, oh man, I got weak, bro, I just can't get past this bench plateau or whatever you want to call it, right? But what you're doing is you're guessing all the time. You're going based on feel, you don't have a structure in place. So please, you don't even have to do the programs I recommend or whatever programs I'll kind of talk about now. You can just pick a program and just please stay consistent with it. But a couple of approaches I like personally that helps myself and my clients get consistent progress is the top set, down set approach. All it is you work your way up to a top set that's like a little lower rep range. It could be from 5 to 7 reps, 6 to 8 reps. And then once you hit the end of the rep range, say I go for 205 on the bench press, I hit 8 reps, that's the top end of my rep range. Now next week when I come in, I'm gonna add a little bit more weight to it. And if I get 6 reps, I'm gonna stay at that same weight until I get the 8th rep mark. And then a down set is the same concept, except it's a little bit lighter. So it could be 10 to 12 reps. So once you hit the end of the rep range, you increase the weight. You might be able to increase weight every 2-3 weeks. If you do that consistently, you'll get pretty juicy, right? Another approach, a common one people use is the 5x5 approach, right? Common strength program out there. Westside Barbell has used it in the past. All it is, you pick a weight that's 70% of your max, and you do 5 sets, 5 reps with that weight, week by week, and every week or every 2 weeks, you add 2.5 pounds to the bar, and you just do that forever, and you get pretty jacked. It's monotonous. Most of us don't want to do monotonous, boring shit, but that's where the gains are, okay? But yeah, a bunch of approaches out there, just pick one, please, and stick to it. right? That brings me to my fourth point. Patience and consistency, man. Like, you just need time. Like, most of you guys are small because you're not giving yourself time, right? Just give yourself time. You'll get stronger as you eat more, you go to the gym more consistently, your recovery is better, and you get more years in the game, you'll get stronger and stronger. Just be patient and consistent, right? What's the point if you hit your max PR when you're like 20? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do for the rest of the time? You probably get injured and shit, right? So be patient, be consistent, enjoy the gains, teach people along the way. And that brings me again to my fifth point. If you struggle with that part, maybe hiring a coach might be, you know, optimal for you, right? They can help you possibly stay more consistent and accountable on a daily basis, especially because if you're paying somebody, you better stay top of your shit, right? So hiring a coach may be beneficial to you. Even I have a coach, Coach Baxter. It just helps me stay on point. I know for a fact there's a structure in place. I know somebody's holding me accountable, so I have to get things done. And if I do that consistently enough, gains happen, right? So I know that was a lot of stuff at once, guys, but please have some sort of structure. Having some sort of structure is gonna be your biggest saving grace because it's gonna make sure you can predict when the gains are coming. You're not guessing things anymore, right? So have a structure, possibly get a coach, learn the movement properly, and hopefully that'll help you break through a plateau. Last point, if these videos help, please do share, and share with your mom, dad, dog, whoever needs the bench press plateau broken, because it can help other people, right? And that's the whole point of these videos, is like help you, but for you to help others as well. So let's fucking get jacked together, break through the plateaus together, and get juicy together, right? So hope this helped, and stay jacked and smiling.